Ben, thanks so much. What exactly are Mr. Dimon's priorities here as he takes chair of this group?
Well, he laid one of them out right there, regulatory reform. There are sort of two more. He wants to do tax reform, and he wants to do infrastructure. You sort of mentioned that quarterly survey. About 80 to 90% of the CEOs want to see those three things sort of be at the forefront of what the Business Roundtable does. Business Roundtable certainly had a lot of heft because it has all these CEOs, but he kind of wants to focus things on these sort of three core missions, these three core tenets, and sort of move forward hopefully to make that real policy here in Washington.
Ben, I wonder, how's the Business Roundtable different from the U.S. Chamber of Commerce or other big business trade groups?
Right. So it's CEO predominantly membership. Obviously, they have staff and administration, and they come out with their policy papers. But it's really sort of CEO focused. It's really sort of these 200 people who are the CEOs of some of the largest U.S. companies. The Chamber of Commerce, very different. You have these state chapters, you have city chapters, you have manufacturers, you have small business, you have large business, you have owners, you have employees, all those sorts of things. And so the size of the mandate is a little bit different. The size of the membership that they represent is a little bit different. And, some of the priorities are a little bit different. But certainly, they've been working in that similar space. And in terms of lobbying, which is what I focus on a lot of the time, it was sort of the chamber that was moving things a little bit more aggressively than the Business Roundtable.
Ben, from the economic standpoint, we've been chronicling all these shift up and really a surge up in optimism and sentiment surveys. I'm wondering, do you see that reflected, and how does that degree of optimism show up in this group's agenda?
They definitely see, they came out with this survey today. Their CEOs definitely see a pop in expectations, especially for sales and hiring. That's over the next 6 months. So certainly their membership sees that. But what they want to do is sort of take advantage of this and go to the White House and sort of push those policy items that they were talking about. Now, it's a bit of an interesting point because you have Dimon, who was sort of once a very prominent Democrat, still refers to himself sort of as barely a Democrat. So he's sort of pushing that. But he has links to the White House, of course. He's an advisor, informal, business advisor to the president. And then you have Josh Bolten, who is sort of running things day to day. He's a former chief of staff to President George W. Bush, but he was a never-Trumper conservative. And so you have them trying to sort of mend fences here and move forward with this administration, what they keep calling this very business-friendly environment.